Right now, kama nilivyosema hapo awali, nimepata nafasi kubwa zaidi ya kuwa na mgeni wetu wa leo, Sean Arwa. Sean, kwanza karibu.
Asante.
Unajua
karibu
kabla
tena.
I know, karibu tena. Yeah. Kabla ni kuintroduce, before you came on air, nilisema yani kwa popularity upo tena kwa sana.
Yeah.
Uwepo wako katika mitandao ya kijamii upo sana, una ufuatilizi mkubwa.
Wow.
Na si rahisi mara nyingi kupata mtu ambaye ana ufuatilizi namna hii kuwa na msimamo wake.
Yeah.
Most people sit by the fence.
Yeah.
Hawezi kusema kwamba maoni yangu kuhusiana na jinsi serikali inavyoendeshwa ama miradi tofauti ya serikali ni makosa.
Yeah.
Lakini and I remember wakati wa vijana walikuwa na kwenda mitaani kwa maandamano, ulikuwa mojawapo kuzungumzia kwanza bajeti.
Yeah.
Unaelewa, ukaidissect.
Yeah.
Kusema no. Yeah, and in a very comical way. So
Yeah.
I applaud you for that.
Thank you.
Manake si rahisi kwa kweli. Karibu sana.
Asante.
Siasa bado umependa, lakini na ulikuwa huko nchini?
Nilikuwa.
You around?
Yes, I was around.
Okay.
I actually just left the last minute after the last maandamano happened.
Okay.
I literally came back for that.
Okay.
I was like, yeah. Vijana, twende, so we can be on the front line.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nikupatie nafasi kwanza kuweza kujitambulisha kwa msikilizaji ambaye anakusikiliza kwa mara ya kwanza na kufuatilia kwa mitandao yako ya kijamii.
Okay. So, niongee kwa Kiswahili. Kiswahili waki kinanitatiza.
Ongea vile wewe ongea ukiwa ushago.
Yeah. So, my name is Sean Arwa. Popularly known as the bold, the beautiful, and the unapologetic baby girl. I create content, maswala ya kawaida ya kijamii. Wanasema msanii ni kioo cha jamii. So I try to tell people things that most people don't want to talk about. Yeah, so unaweza nipata kwenye Instagram, Sean Arwa, TikTok, Sean Arwa. Yeah, kila mahali ni Sean Arwa.
Ulijulikana vipi the first time?
Kile clip cha wababa. You remember it? Kile clip cha wababa. So what really happened, it was during lockdown, COVID and all that. And like I said, msanii ni kioo cha jamii. So these were things that were really happening to people and the people that I knew. And I said, yeah, somebody has to carry the cross, and it was me. So there are a lot of people who found that to be very comical. And Jalango akaichukua akaipost, and that was it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ile wababa saizi hawapatikani.
Yeah. Ile
ni lockdown, hakuna rent.
Hakuna rent, hakuna nini. Yeah. Kwa sababu a lot of people related to it. Yeah.
Was it the situation
for
at the
me?
time for you?
No.
Okay.
It wasn't. Msanii ni kioo cha jamii.
Okay. It doesn't necessarily have to be your story.
Yes. It doesn't necessarily have to be mine.
Okay. Wow. And through that one video, imekufanya ukajulikana zaidi.
Yeah.
Na imekusaidia vipi kwa you know, the content that you've been creating, imekusaidia vipi financially and just, you know, wholesome in your life?
I normally say success is opportunity meet preparation. I had already started envisioning myself as a content creator. I wanted to be out there. So by the time Anani post, I think I was about 10,000 followers. Nikajua sasa, it's now or never. So I kept creating, and through that, I have gotten a lot of opportunities to work with brand.
Uko ngapi saizi?
Right now, my number of followers.
Yeah.
TikTok, we are at 1 million.
Wow.
YouTube, we are almost 500,000. Instagram, 200,000. Yeah, so it has opened a lot of opportunities. Unapata, a brand will come and tell you, post me and I'll give you this amount.
Okay.
Are you hosting event? Kama sasa on Sunday we have an event with Otile Brown. All this is not for free. So yeah. It has done.
Imekusaidia. Imeleta chakula mezani.
Sana. I'm supposed to be a psychologist. I did psychology in school. But that's not what I'm doing. So saizi I'm just mtu wa mtandao.
Kwamba hautaki kufanya kwa sababu imekulazimu, ama hufanyi kwa sababu hakuja kuwa na opportunity ya kazi?
Vile nilimaliza kugraduate, I never looked towards that side because already there was something that is bringing money. And I kind of felt like it would be unfair for my client. Labda nimekuchekesha ama I'm doing all these funny things online. Then you come in the office and it's me. There are people who might not even be very serious with me. They'll feel like, sasa huyu atanisaidia nini? So I kind of felt like the path that I have chosen will not make it possible mtu aniamini kwa ofisi and stuff like that. So I said, sawa. So I never gave it a try. The farthest I went was the ile training, ile how's it called, attachment. So we were taken to the mental hospitals, and by then I wasn't really serious into content creation. So it was good and it was fine, but this other one won my heart.
Okay. So currently nakuona sana katika mitandao ya kijamii, na of course kuna vitu tofauti ambavyo huwa ni muhimu sana kwa mwanamke. Kwanza kabisa kupoteza uzani. Pili ngozi. Shida za ngozi. 3 sehemu tofauti za mwili. Anataka flat stomach, anataka
makalio iwe sawa,
anataka nyonyozi kweli na certain ways sianguke nini. Kwa kichwa yako kuna ile body umetaka.
The perfect body.
So now that is currently what you're doing. Au ambizi zako ni jeans?
No. Acha nikwambie, unaona vile I got my baby, I became really big. Sasa in the Nigerian culture, first ukipata mtoto, your mother-in-law has to come over and take care of you for like 2 months. So now in the process, walikuwa nanifanyia something where they will tie your tummy so hard na kitambari nini, alafu wanakupatia some herbs you drink. So I will ask, hizi ni za nini? They say these ones are going to help you. Once you're done now breastfeeding, we'll give you others zile zenye zitatubosikule sana, so you can go back to your old body and stuff like that. So after a while I realized the weight is gone. Nimemaliza dawa and I'm now getting back to the way I used to be. And I was like, yeah, we could do this. And people would ask me online, kila mtu, Sean ulifanya aje? Why are you so slim now? Nini. And then I decided to give my friends a try, wakajaribu, and it was working. And I said, okay, here we go.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's working.
Yeah, it's working.
Lakini unaenda gym?
No. Imagine I don't go to the gym. I only went to the gym jana because I'm trying to learn how to dance.
Okay.
I'm trying to learn how to dance, and I was like, where else could I dance freely?
Okay.
Not the gym.
So the herbs ndizo sasa hivi unatumia kwa wanawake ambao wanataka kupoteza uzani. So unapoteza uzani ama unapoteza sehemu tofauti ya mwili, hususan tumbo?
Uzani
which
kg. Unajua sasa sisi ni watu hatujui Kiswahili vizuri.
Unaongea tu usielewa. Uko tu sawa, imagine. Relax.
Sasa uzani unapoteza, you can't miraculously lose the weight overnight. And that's one thing, any person akikuja, we explain to them there are different reasons. Unapata kuna mtu akona very slow metabolism, chakula inakuwa processed pole sana. So we give you things that are gonna help boost that. Kama metabolism iko fast, you get better. Kuna ule mwenye the insulin has to be boosted in one way or the other. So we give you things that work with your body to ensure that this process that is responsible for losing weight is working perfectly. You get? Kwa sababu tukikupatia dawa na bado unakula, what will that help you with? So we give you something that itakusaidia na appetite, to suppress the appetite, give you the feeling of fullness. So when you're eating, you don't constantly crave the sugar, you don't constantly crave easy junk. And when you eat even the junk, you find that kwa sababu your body has already imezoea, it rejects it. You feel like, I don't want to eat this anymore. Yeah.
It's working.
Yes, it's working. And then in the process you find umekata weight. So I just didn't know
kitu umetumia.
Yes, 100% nimetumia, dada yangu ametumia.
Na before pata ujauzito, mwili wako ulikuwa aina gani? Mwili mkubwa ama mwili wastani?
Sasa I feel like people watu waliniona when I was still small, like tiny. Now what had happened, I was just starting to live by myself. Nilikuwa nimetoka nyumbani, sasa I'm trying to put everything together. There's the stress, the family saying, wewe sasa hivi mtu mzima ujisimamie. So there's the hustle and bustle. I'm trying to hustle. Niko kwa road show, I'm doing promo. Naturally, lazima stress ikutwange na ureduce. And that's when I came to the limelight. So what waka imagine, you've always been small. No, in fact, back then, my nickname nyumbani ni Angina. Angina kwa wale wanajua ni cabbage. No. So okay. I have always been a big girl.
Oh.
Yes, except I came to the limelight during my stressful era.
Okay.
Yes.
So amekukubalia namna hiyo.
Yes.
Okay. Hapo wali umesema uliolewa na Nigeria, kuna tamaduni za Kinigeria. You went to the West, Africa.
Yeah.
Left our men here. Why? I know you get that a lot, eh?
Yes.
Yeah.
Why did I leave our men?
Our Kenyan men.
I feel like the Kenyan men, I love my brothers.
However,
however, I love them so much. And I appreciate them. I feel like they are, you know, they're good people. However, when I met him, things just happened. I left Kenya and I was like, God, I'm going to Dubai to find my husband. Show me my husband. And he showed me. And that was it. I left Kenya specifically because I knew I'm going to Dubai to find not a boyfriend, not a whatever, but a husband. Then I met a couple of people, auditions hapa na pale. Then when I saw
okay, wait a minute. Dubai ulikuwa umeenda trip tu yako tu holiday?
A holiday too.
Okay. Sasa auditions zilikuwa wapi?
And it's even funny that my brother is here and nilikuwa nimemwambia, oh, there's this project ya shule nataka unichangie. That happened to be part of the transport that facilitated my Dubai.
So uwezi anza kukashifu serikali kama ulitapeli familia?
Yeah, like,
ulisema unaenda program ya shule ukachangiwa.
Like, hii program ni ya psychologist and we need to go to Dubai. Yeah, familia ikamchangia.
So ulikuwa unaenda unajua unaenda holiday?
Nilikuwa najua naenda holiday, naenda Dubai, and I was like, I want that time nilikuwa nimeanza ku manifest the type of lifestyle that I want. Because pengine kwenye yacht ndio nitawapata. And I went, and then so I visited most of the high-end places hapa na pale, and alhamdulillah.
Hapo high-end?
Yes.
So mlipatana wapi?
Tulipatana Safari Desert. So now, for some reason, nilikuwa nimejipanga sana. I was like, I want, if it's Safari Desert, it gotta be the most expensive, because I want this type of man in my life. So
which is your type?
A provider. Yeah, a man who can provide. And then in psychology we say love comes along the way. So once you find your type, you learn how to love them. So
did you love him or you learned how to love him?
I love him.
Okay.
Yeah.
From the word go?
No. What matters is right now we are in love. We have a baby and we are living a beautiful life. I mean, yakale.
Harusi ni lini?
Ai, kwani uko wapi? We literally did our whole traditional wedding in Nigeria.
Allah.
Yeah.
Yenyewe niko nyuma.
Uko nyuma. I guess in sababu I lost the other page, so most of them were in my backup account.
Okay. How was that? How different is the culture ukilinganisha na yetu Kenya?
It's very different. It's very, very different.
Aje vipi?
Na wao, I don't think ni kama sisi, we are not so strict with culture. Like, for example, I told you, once you give birth, your mother-in-law lazima aje, and she will take care of you. Mpaka wanakuosha. You literally have to remove all your clothes just to get in the bathroom. I'm not even exaggerating. Get in the bathroom and they wash you.
Ala?
Yeah. For the first time I was so shocked. Nilikuwa na uoga like.
Si unasema ni sawa unaweza kujiosha?
Yeah, but they're like, oh, umepata mtoto, tunataka tukudekeze, nini. I was so scared, but with time I said sawa.
So ulioshwa kwa muda gani?
I would say 1 month, and then the other month I was like, sorry, it's okay. Sasa mniache. Hata mimi nimemiss kuoga mwenyewe. Yeah. And they take care of you. Wanakuchoma maji moto. You see, in Kenya times when you have a baby, they will tell you to sit on hot water and all that. They would do that for you. Like the way you'll go and get some wax, you just sit on bed. You just sit now and chomea na maji moto.
So ni mother-in-law?
Yes, that's the mother-in-law and the sister-in-law. And the sister-in-law. Yeah.
So inabidi muheshimiane baadaye. Yeah, hakuna kitu yako ajui.
Yeah. But it's nice. They give you time una bond na mtoto.
No, I think
and the food, they eat frogs. I ate frogs.
Huh?
Yeah, I've even done a video of me trying frogs pale.
Chura?
Yes.
Hivi kabisa wakula?
Nikala. Video ipo.
Inakaangwa aje?
The frogs and snails, the duduma kamasi pia. Unaikula vizuri, pilipili kwa wingi kwa chakula.
Ndio ipoteze taste ya ile kitu tunakula.
Hapana, imagine hiyo. Ni konokono, ama inaitwaje?
Yes.
Konokono ni tamu sana, it's really nice. And
so inafanywaje? Okay, sorry, inachemshwa?
Yeah. Inachemshwa, inakaangwa. Literally, snail is my favorite Nigerian meal. If I go to Nigeria, they say, the auntie who chops snail is here. So they know wananiletea snail sana. Mambo ya kawaida hayo.
Na chura mnawatoa wapi?
Lakini wao wanasema there's a difference between frog and tadpole, which I do not know. Me, I think it's frog is frog.
Yeah.
So they fish. Unaona vile as we go and fish for fish, they also have fishers no, I don't, should we call them froggers? The people go looking for frogs, and they come and they sell them in the market and people buy.
So convert in Kenya shillings, chura moja ni pesa ngapi?
Hata sijui kwa sababu most of the time they just buy. It's actually called kong kong.
Okay.
In Nigeria.
So unaichemsha alafu inakaangwa kabisa kama nyama.
Inakaangwa kabisa. Inaonja vizuri kama samaki.
Kama samaki.
Yes. Lakini sasa
mara ya kwanza sema tu kweli, mara ya kwanza umepatiwa, umeambiwa hii ni chura, ulikula?
Hawakunielezea ni chura. They walikuwa wanakula kama kawaida, the way everybody eats. So we ate, and then they were calling it kong kong, like I said. So after a while I was like, hii kong kong ni nini, because it's I like it, but how do we buy it? Wakasema, kong kong is actually frog. I'm like, no, I don't mean frog. I mean, yes, I was like, no, I don't mean frog. Mr. Kichura. Nataka ile nilikula jana. Wakaniambia hiyo. Ndio hii hapa.
Haukusikia utapika?
Nilikuwa ile nimekasirika. Like, kwa nini mkoniambia ni chura, lakini sasa nilikuwa nimeenjoy, I was even asking for it. So nikasema, sawa, leteni basi.
Yeah. What's so different na nini kilikushangaza that they do differently from us?
One that was extremely different was, this has to be now after the baby specifically. Once you have the baby, they bring the baby, they give the baby such a hard bath, like yo siku lazima wanasema there's like, allegedly the baby has to be clean or something, so it's a really painful bath and the baby cries a lot. And then
anaoshwa vipi?
Anaoshwa kabisa na vitu inakaa kama sisal hivi. They just mix herbs and medicine and all that. And yeah, it was new to me, but I asked around and it was the norm. It was the culture.
Ulikuwa umeuliza before?
No, I hadn't asked. Ilikuwa jambo la kawaida. Mimi hata nilikuwa nimeenda downstairs, ninasikia tu nduru. Kukuja napata mtoto anaosha, so hata nimekasirika, nimelia kwa sababu unajua
mtoto wako kwanza.
Yeah, I'm so angry nini. And then I took the baby away, because now I was like, no, the baby can't cry like this. So I asked even my next door neighbor. Akasema, ni ya kawaida. And also when the baby is like 4 months, kwa sababu wanakula a lot of pilipili, you take chili pepper and rub it in the baby's mouth. Yeah, ndio azoe, which is something I didn't allow them to do, because for me I was like, there are some cultures that maybe used to serve you guys back then, but it's not something I would accept. But it's something that is done. They were ready to do it. Walikuwa tayari wanataka kumweka pilipili. Nikashtuka nikasema no. Na ukiuliza ni mambo ya kawaida kabisa.
So ina maana kwamba mnakosana na Wakwe ama
Yes. Sana. Lakini sasa I feel like what has helped me so much is I have always been the type of person who stands her ground.
Okay.
I might not say it in a rude manner. I just say no and leave your sasa. So ilikuwa imenishangaza kabisa, yani unajua mtoto wa 4 months hata hajaanza feeding
bado, winning bado
winning, so they will be like, sasa leta pilipili, na si pilipili hizi zetu ndogo the green ones, they really, is it scotch bonnet ama nini ile kali pepe ile wana grind kabisa kwa mawe, and they grind it and they just pick it like this, and they open the mouth and put it every day in the morning. So
kwani unafurahia watoto wakilia? I mean,
according to them, unaona kama sasa saizi the people cannot eat the Nigerian food kwa sababu it has a lot of pilipili ni mingi sana, so ndio azoe ati asikwe na shida kukula pilipili. They have to train them, assimilate them into eating the chili as early as possible. So I told them, me, I'm not a Nigerian, but I eat the Nigerian meal, so he can learn as well. So hiyo nayo ilinishangaza. Yeah. Lakini ni mambo ya kawaida watu wanafanya.
Nini unafurahia zaidi?
I love the way they have taught their men how to like love their women, take care of them.
Umesema hapa Kenya?
No. How to take care of them, how to be a provider, how to cook. It's almost like kila moja wao ni mpishi. Yeah.
And they enjoy doing it.
They really enjoy doing it. They enjoy doing it so much, and they love their food sana mpaka sasa he cooks all the time kwa sababu I don't know how to cook that meal, and so he's the chef of the house.
That meal gani?
Their meals, the Nigerian meals, because it's very different. There's the fufu, there's the poundo, wana grind kabisa. It's unaona vile sisi we can easily cook a meal 10
ugali,
minutes, 5
chapati,
minutes. No. 2 hours, that's like a proper meal. Now if you cook, another thing hata nimesahau ile ilikuwa imenishangaza, if they cook like stew, unapata ni samaki, kuna nyama ndani, kuna mayai ndani, kuna snails ndani, kuna yani it's mchanganyiko, the way as we call it mashakura. And it's just, and funny enough, it's really sweet, like it's
sasa ni wazi kwamba kila protein inaiva kulingana na muda wake. Samaki na nyama, nyama itachukua a longer time kuiva. Samaki ukimpika sana atavurujika. Sasa samaki, konokono, nyama, kuku, mahindi chemsha. Hai, hapo unapata ukibelt mtu anaweza kuzimia.
Now wamezoea, and it's so normal. So at times we will even have, like, one of the disagreements we'll have with my husband is, mimi nikifanya shopping nishazoea kama ni kuku tutapipi, we'll cook the kuku and then ikiisha tutakula nyama siku nyingine. Unakuja unapata mzee amepika chakula yote, unamwambia nini? Lakini mambo ya kawaida, budget. If you go to the restaurant ipo, so ilikuwa inashtua, lakini sasa nishazoea, nikaenjoy, nikakuwa mimi pia na enjoy, sawa basi. Lakini if I come back to Kenya, nakula chakula yetu ugali mboga. So
permanently unaishi Kenya ma uko Nigeria?
In between, kwa sababu we have to be fair. Why would I move to Nigeria? Why would he move to Kenya? So at times niko Nigeria, at times niko Kenya.
Often
and most of the time niko UK, kwa sababu we relocated to the UK, but it became really lonely, and nikasema nyumbani, and then at times I take him to Nigeria. He comes here.
Okay. Now that you also live in the UK most of the time, and of course followers wako wengi wako Kenya, and it's always good to relate. If you like right now uko Kenya, umekuja Radio Jambo, kwa social media ndio unaonekana Kisumu, imeathiri vipi content yako?
It has really affected, both negatively and positively, kwa sababu there are some people who also feel like, now we don't relate to her anymore. But pia at some point I barely create lifestyle content, so at times I talk about things that I feel like everybody can relate to, maybe insecurities, a beautiful girl. So there are some who are wale OGs, they don't feel the shift ile umetoka, and also it has helped me grow a different audience, because now I show people what it is, what it feels like to live in the UK as an immigrant. Now you are no longer, hey, I'm Shonarwa, you are now identified as an immigrant now. So they also want to learn and know how is that working out. So it has helped also with different brands, international brands. So it's both a blessing and a curse.
Okay. What will you do different today if you're to turn 18?
Differently? I would say I will not hold back. That little dream that I have, I would go for it. I would say yes without fear, because the longer you take in execution, the more chance you have of failing. So I would just not hold back.
Okay. Mambo mengi sasa hivi yanafanyika nchini Kenya. Mmoja wapo ni jinsi ambavyo tu mambo yanavyoendelea upande wa serikali, jinsi ambavyo inaendeleza miradi yake tofauti. Wewe kama mtu ambaye una ufuasi mwingi sana kwa mitandao ya kijamii, nini kinakuchukiza as a content creator who is a professional kwa nyanja yake ya kisaikolojia?
I kind of feel like for me it's just the way the government looks at us, ni kama sisi we are just chombo cha kutumika. Unaelewa, ni kama we just as citizens, all we have to do is to give and 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 give, and we don't see where this money is going. It's the same manifesto. Mkinichagua nitatengeneza barabara, mkinifanyia hii nitafanya ina hii, and then this gimmick of trying to act like, oh, me and this guy we are enemies, kidogo wamefurahiana and all that. So it's just mambo mengi.
Okay. Masawe, hata mimi nataka kupoteza weight. How do I lose weight and look just like her? We umepatia madem pressure hapa nje.
And I love the fact that of course I will get that idea of, oh, is it working? Wewe umekuwa mdogo. I love when now returning clients come. Like the other day I was doing a pop-up in Kisumu, and a lot of people came forward and said, oh, thank you, it's working for me. Jana I met a lady who mwenye tunaorganize na event in Kisumu, and she told me these days a day will pass and I may realize she's not eating as much as she used to. So when I find real people in the ground who come back and talk to you and give you feedback, it's it's beautiful. So we have a page on Instagram, Body by Arwa, across all the social media platforms. Kwenye TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Yeah.
Ungependa kusemaje tukimalizia?
This will just be like a word of encouragement to everybody. I kind of feel like what we are not told enough is you are beautiful the way you are. Do not lose that weight because you want approval from somebody else. Usiende ujiue kwa sababu unataka mtu mwingine akuone na sasa akukubali. Unajua, you are beautiful the way you are. Lose that weight kwa sababu you want to be healthier, you want a better lifestyle, na unataka ujipende zaidi mwenyewe. Otherwise, it's the soul that needs the surgery and you will never ever be contented. Yeah.
I like that. It's the soul that needs the surgery
and not the body.
And success does what?
Success is opportunity meets preparation.
Wow. Hizo ndio takeaways zangu by the way. Yeah, wow, that's deep. Sean Arwa.
Yes.
Hiyo jina kuna kuanga ngumu.
Hata I remember last time uliniambia.
No, but unaona nimeimprove.
Hizi umezoea ya. Watu wengi wananiambianga Shona,
I know.
Shawarma, Shinara. I'm like, okay, sawa. Basi sema Arwa basi.
Okay, Sean Arwa.
Yes.
Na ni jina lako la kweli eh?
Jina langu ni Arwa.
Okay.
Sean inatoka kwenye Sharon.
Oh, Sharon. Done, finished. The next time
Sharon. Sean Arwa. But either way, ni sawa tu hata Sharon is a beautiful
name.
Jina
lako.
Yeah.
Toto pili lini?
One and done.
For real?
Yes.
Never again.
I have nothing but mad respect for the people who have more than two. But inshallah, mtu akiniambia I'm going to give you like a Lamborghini, I'm going to build you like multiple houses.
Parenthood ilikuaje kwako? Parenthood.
It's beautiful and tough. Kwa sababu it doesn't come with a manual bana. So you have to figure out what to do. At times, everything that is working for everybody is not working for you. Kama jana, he just didn't want to sleep. He was wailing and wailing and wailing and wailing. And at times you just want to spank them, but then you realize we're trying to do this thing differently. So unaenda una calm down. But I thank God for my family members. My brother went and took him, my sisters. So it has been easy.
Mkubwa kiasi gani?
2 years now.
That's a big boy.
2 years.
Okay. One and done.
Done and dusted.
I tell you. Sean Arwa, kwa wale wanakufuatilizia katika mitandao ya kijamii, mashabiki wako kabisa sugu, unawaambiaje?
Naambia asante sana. Mungu awabariki. I wouldn't have been here without all of you. You guys are the OG. Unaona the way Yesu alikuwa anasema between the master and the servant, who is even greater. Si ni yule anaenda kuoshewa mguu. So I really appreciate all of you. Without you, they would have never been Sean Arwa. So it's always you guys. Na Mungu awabariki sana, and whatever you guys want in life, I hope one day, one time, your dreams come true.
Okay.
Yes.
Sean Arwa, sasa hivi anasema mfuatilizie kwa karibu kwa page yake Sean Arwa.
Yes.
Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. Na I mean, kama kuna simu unaweza pia create content. How creative are you? Kuhakikisha kwamba simu yako unajitafutia how to survive na kupata shilingi ya kuishi tu.